Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Wasteland Let's Play. So as you can see, Grim and Cazador have made it to their first destination. We've got this little building here containing our loot, guarded by a sleeping Lancer. So we will have to take him out before we can get inside there and collect our stuff. Oh, excuse me, take her out. It's a female Lancer. But yeah, I'm almost tempted to just run up and melee the thing because I don't know that these guys are all that proficient in melee combat. Obviously, they can be quite deadly with their guns, but I don't know if we would win that because these guys don't exactly have great melee weapons. If they had, you know, half decent ones, maybe, but oh, she doesn't even have one. So probably best to just try to shoot it before it gets up. The other party has made it home. Only just, but they're on their way inside. Luckily, Jaxa was able to get out to them and give them a bit of food, so nobody went hungry for any stretch of time. I've also got some of this built, so you can see that the corners are down and there's a roof around it. I've left this little space open for the vent, and then these corners are down, but they haven't roofed this one yet. And they're starting to roof this off, so it's going to be at an angle like that. I don't know how well these embrasures are going to work on these diagonals, but it's better than nothing. And if it's a problem and we can't really use it to shoot through, we can always just have somebody kind of guard this choke point so that nobody comes around. What else? That's pretty much it. So we'll let them get back inside and rest, and in the meantime we'll go ahead and handle this business. What's the range on your gun look like? Go to there, and we'll see if that puts you in range. If it's asleep, I almost wonder if we can get really close. Like, could I sneak Grim around the back? Let's try it. I'm going to send him around this way. And we'll go from there. I'm going to do things a little bit slower here just because I am worried about screwing this up. Okay, so she will need to advance. Grim, that is not what I told you to do. Okay, well, still seems fine. That's pretty good cover right there, actually. I do worry about him being too close. So Grim, keep coming. Probably could have just skirted the edge of the map over here and done the same thing. See if you can set up like here. Go a little bit further. Just don't want to get too close to that thing. Alright, Cazador, come over here then. Okay. So neither of them is in a position to fire yet. But if we step to the corners, they will be. Now if you could both hit this thing in sync, that would be great. Oh god, you missed all the shots. Come on. Maybe they're not hitting. No, they are hitting. Okay. They've woken up. They're returning fire. And we got it. Perfect. Okay. And not a single hit landed on us. So let's get in here, both of you, since I don't want you getting even more toxic fallout than you've already accumulated. We'll bring this thing with us, too, if it's not too much trouble. So there's our Spectre air bombardment. There we go. Right, there's no reason to linger here any longer. So that's not where we want to be. We're down here. Let's gather up our stuff. Okay, we want all of that. We obviously want this. That's the whole reason we came here. It's too heavy. That's a real bummer. Yeah, even if they weren't carrying anything else, it would be our full carry weight. It's a shame. We'll have to leave it. Okay, so other than that, looks like we're ready to go. So let's head here. And we should be seeing that happen momentarily. Okay, so how are things coming along here? We've got a lot of stuff hauled in there. We finished our research for packaged survival meals, so I've added those to the queue. And whenever they're done making the 50 simple meals that we need, we're just going to make those forever to stockpile them up. Also, now that we have a new member here who's really struggling to get inside, should have... Well, he wasn't down, so we couldn't carry him. But anyways, now that we have a new person, we have a vault suit for him, but we don't have any extras. And so somebody did make a suggestion in the comments I liked. Rather than setting it up like this, we're just going to do until we have one. So that we always have one extra in the stockpile. And let's see. That's fine. And so as soon as Jess goes and picks that one up, we should see them start to make another. But that way we don't have a ton of excess. These growing areas are almost finished. This area is almost finished. We should probably continue to expand these walls. Let's see. I left a little walkway here, but I don't know, like I didn't measure anything, so it's possible that this is not great. Let's see. So that's what, 4 from where this wall would be, which is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3. So that needs to not be a wall. Same with, nope. Same with that. Come on, goddamn. All right. So let's bring this out. Well, that's as much as we can do for now. And I think what we need to do is cancel this and extend this a bit. And that should be equal, more or less, all the way across. So hopefully that works. Let's also put the floors down in here. And then again, we're going to turn this into our hospital area. Although what that means in the short term is probably not much. Because until we have sterile tiles and things like that, it's really not going to make a difference. It'll just be a different room with beds in it. Let's also do the other floors in here too, so these ones. I don't know if those are going to stay 3 wide doorways, but it certainly doesn't hurt for them to be 3 wide. They just need to have doors in them, but we have these big guys, so what we can do is just put the door there and leave it open. That way it is its own defined space, but it is still open and, you know, people can get in and out very easily. Okay, so that's that. When they're done mining this, I'll have them mine out the rest of the hallways around the living space here and this area down here, which is going to be our aquaculture room. So we'll have a more sustainable supply of meat, which will be very, very useful for our packaged survival meals. And I'll probably, when I move the kitchen to over here, have a second cooking station that is set to the same thing so that we should be able to accumulate the simple meals we need more quickly and get to the packaged survival meals faster, because we really need those. Right, so relationship. It looks like this grenadier is Abel's aunt. Okay, good to know. We'll try not to kill him. By the way, somebody pointed out that, where is it? We had a relationship in the raid last time, and it turns out that the prisoner we took was that person. So, Tiger here is actually the father of Sardine. And I keep calling Sardine female. I said it was like a father-daughter thing, but no, Sardine is his son. Sardine being another one of our prisoners. And so that's kind of cool. We have like a little family reunion in our prison hole right here. We are going to move these guys out of there. Probably into like this space or something. We'll see. Right, so we have a fight to fight. There's 2 people here. Oh, that's a beefy turret. Steel Devastator Mortar. What in the hell? Alright, so we need to snipe McBride off of that. Unfortunately, Abel's aunt is not going to survive this, probably. Not a terrible character, but not a great one. And then we have Codex over here, who is a depressive pyromaniac. His skills are actually pretty good. Unfortunately, he is going to be burning everything down. We can't have that. Okay, so Grim. Trying to decide what I want to do here. You have, what are these? Incendiaries, that's nasty. You have a knife, so he's going to try to charge us. Let's skirt the range of this. I think what we'll do is send both of them out here like this, and we'll try to take cover on either side of this thing. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, good. They're not aware of our presence yet. This, I assume, needs somebody on it. So maybe we can down McBride before the whole thing kicks off. Grim, I'm going to put you here, and Cazador, I'm going to put you there. And feel free to just go. Don't shoot the turret first. Okay, out of range. Right. In that case, Grim, go there. Cazador, come here. I'll get you a little bit closer. Oh, they're attacking. Well, are they? Because one of them went inside. Okay, good. There's one hit. Don't let them get to that mortar. Grim, you can start shooting. Okay, well, Abel's aunt's dead. Well, that was pretty easy. Okay, so what we want to do now is if we destroy the battery, I think that'll solve our problems. Because if I shoot the conduit, you can see the wire's already connected there. Maybe if I destroy it here, but there's a chance it still connects. We can try. Because I'd like to salvage as much of this stuff as I can. Granted, we won't be able to carry most of it. You won't be able to help with that. Okay, so while Cazador fumbles with that, let's get this room set up here. I don't know where I want these lights. Let's do one there and one there, I guess. That's evenly spaced. Then we go to production. We want the new research bench, which is where? Is it not here? Did we not finish it? Why did I think we finished it? Why did this get bumped to the end? What the hell? Ah, no. Alright. I can't drag these, so I have to just get these out of the way. We'll figure that out later. But I don't know why that got bumped to the end. It should have been finished first. Okay. So that's why I thought it was done, because it should have been. Smart toilets was in there. I think we had like... What else? Carpet making was among them. Anything else? I know there was at least one other thing, but I don't remember, to be honest, and it can't have been that important if I can't remember it. So, what else? We'll just leave it at that for now. Well, at least the lights will be in by the time we build the new research bench. I think we'll put it along this wall. I was sort of... Oh. Apparently, he got himself sick in the middle of combat. Have you not hit this thing once yet? God, just shoot the battery then. Grim. Can you get close enough without that thing shooting you? Stand right there. Please shoot the conduits. We're gonna be here a while. Okay. Down goes the battery. And it's like you're still connected to that conduit over there. Okay, we can solve that. Move in. Cazador, move in. Let's do this more intelligently. Skirt the range of this thing. Oh, they probably would have been fine. But still, we'll play it safe. I'd like to grab those incendiaries. In fact, Cazador, that might be a nice sidearm for you to have. It's not really a sidearm, but it is something potentially useful. Okay. Now then, in the blind spot here of this turret, we'll just deconstruct this little conduit. Or sure, melee attack it, why not? Okay, clearly deconstruction is going to be faster. There we go. Okay, all secure. So we'll claim these. We'll claim this thing. I don't know if we'll be able to carry a lot of this back. That'll need to be deconstructed. Cazador, come inside here and see what we've got. Okay, so modern carpets, some rugs, stun gun, some pistols and whatnot. So let's see, why don't you equip that as a sidearm and equip those as a sidearm. Don't care about the bodies unless they're wearing anything useful. It doesn't look like they are. Nope. That knife might be handy though. Probably not. Not at that quality. And we don't need to uninstall those. So Grim, just deconstruct that. Okay, what are you up to now? Oh, you're grabbing those. But yeah, they should have... I think they're able to have up to 2 sidearms. Go, Grim, go. Alright, Cazador, get back inside for the time being. Actually, you know what? Pick those up. They'll last longer if they're not sitting on the ground. Almost there. Okay, so there's some components for us. Let's see about leaving. I don't know why I clicked on that tab. So this is us here. Okay, 3 components. That sounds right. Can't carry the steel. The modern carpets I'll leave last. They're worth a lot of silver, but they are going to be quite heavy. Oh, there's only 1 of them. For some reason I thought there was 3. I think there was like a parentheses 3 and it wasn't finished. I don't know why I thought there was 3 though. Anyway, let's see. That knife is pretty poor quality. We'll bring this Masterwork stun gun and the Makarov, because why not? Don't care about the clothes. I'm not seeing the turret, or excuse me, the mortar. So we are not going to want to leave without that. I don't know if we'll be able to carry it though. But let's try. Oh, I can't. So these can't be taken down and moved. That's a shame. Does this even require ammo? Magnetic catapult that launches plasma projectiles with greater velocity. So this would have destroyed us if it had hit us. But I can't move it. So all we can do is get the parts for it. Alright, Grim, go ahead and tear this down. What a shame. We'll have to try to build one of those later, because that thing looks pretty beastly, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't require any ammunition. Because it says it throws plasma projectiles. And maybe there's a plasma shell, I don't know. But it's essentially like a railgun that shoots plasma bolts that explode into EMPs. It does everything, is what it does. So disappointed to have to tear that down. Right, so we can leave now. At least we got, what, 18 components out of this trip now? It's probably worth more than the stupid loot we picked up. So 18 components. Herbal medicine, check. I'll leave, well, we'll bring that. But if anything has to be left, it'll probably be that. So we want the stun gun and the Makarov. And we want the 2 turrets. So we're just under our maximum capacity. We're going to be quite slow though. Actually, 10.2 is not bad. It's not great. Is that everything? I think so. Still have our Spectre air bombardment. Got our modern carpets, got our components. Yeah, I think that's everything. So we're just headed home. Off you go. It's gonna take them 4 days. We only have food for like 1.5, 2, but they will forage. I almost wonder. These guys, are they kind of friendly? No. And you're gonna like walk right through their base. Okay, well, just do it. And if we have to do what we did for the other caravan where we have somebody sort of meet them with a bit more food, then we'll do that. But I'll consider that when it becomes an issue and not before. Okay, so there's our microelectronics research finished. Let's go ahead and get that bench queued up because we want to be using the better research bench as soon as we can. So high-tech research bench, we'll make it out of steel, and it's going to be... I'll put it here. Micro analyzer will go there, and something will go here. I don't know what. I don't remember. Let's see. Miscellaneous. Do tool cabinets benefit them? I'll have to see. I know that most stuff under production benefits because they're workbenches, but since this is research and not production, I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember. I feel like I've tested it before and I just don't recall what the result was. Perkin, if you're awake, you are awake, come build these instead of whatever the hell else you're doing. Because that'll speed along everything that's happening in there when they can actually see what they're doing. We need to get some more armor as well. I think when the components, well, when the caravan comes back with the components, we'll make a few more sets. Because Tadashi was supposed to be wearing one, but Schmidt ended up with it. So I think we'll make sure that Tadashi has one as well. And maybe just have 2 or 3 extras that are sort of like as needed. People can run in and grab them. And I keep forgetting, but we need to rename Philly and Jess. Well, Philly I keep forgetting. Jess just joined us. And then obviously anybody else that joins us will need to be renamed too. Perkin, you didn't get very far with that, did you? Okay, he's coming back. Good. Okay, that's one. Can you come over here and finish the other? Oh, you didn't even deliver all the steel necessary. Great. Let's get some conduits over here too. I'm not going to make him do that right now, but it's going to need to get done at some point. So we'll run conduits through. I almost want to do like one down the middle or something, but that's probably fine. Okay, and let's grab this and continue it over. Same over here, and I believe there as well. Yeah. Then last thing, we just need to grab this wall, and I think that's it. Oh, maybe there? I don't know now. What are you guys, floors? Floor and floor, so yes. That needs to be a wall. Alright, now we just have to kind of let it happen. Oh yeah, so I don't know why I forgot this, but there is something that fills the same role as a tool cabinet for research benches, and that is the file cabinet. So we'll make 2 sandstone file cabinets there, and I'll just forbid one so that that one gets built, because I don't know if this gets built and that gets built, they might not be able to get to it. But anyways, we'll put 2 there, and that should speed this along and at least fill in that space with something potentially useful. The only other thing I could think of is like a shelf, but then what would we put on it? Good, I didn't tell you to mine that. I'm glad I didn't. Let's make sure... I always forget to do this, but this should all be obviously roofed off. It should be covered by the mountain, but just in case it's not, I like to go through and tell them to build a roof. And most of the time they don't have to actually do that because it's already roofed off. But when it isn't, it can, you know, save your whole colony. Alright, so the research bench is up. Pearl is already jumping on it. So, did she have a chair? She did. Let's move that over here. There we go. And let's see, Kate, can you do that for me? We'll go ahead and tear this down. And I think we'll reinstall... Sure, why not? Make this room a little bit prettier. Something like that. And then these beds will move, but we'll worry about that later. That will allow us to start shifting this stuff into what's going to be the cafeteria. And progress. Finally. Damn it. That did not need to be that difficult. So we've got components here. Again, I'm going to have to do something where somebody's going to need to have the building materials ready, because as soon as I open this, we're venting the entire base. Although it's actually not that cold outside right now, so this is probably a good time to do it. But it's been like well into the negatives a few times now. That's too far. I think that's the end of where the floors should be, and then that should be wall, and that should be hallway. So let's run this up along there, and I will ask that maybe some of this doesn't get built right away. Probably like all of it, to be honest. You know what? It's fine. We can work around it. Okay. I'll keep these floors going as well. Ooh, cargo pods. What do we get? Paradigm. That's actually useful, although I don't really want to send anybody down there to go retrieve that. Pete, congratulations. You've been chosen. Paradigm's handy, though. When people are in a lot of pain, it can keep them from having mental breaks or anything of the sort like that. Alright, so Perkin's awake. I'm going to have him handle this little business over here. So, let's see. How's your mining skill? Pretty good. What I'd like to do is just take out one of these. And then what we'll do is, it needs to be at least 2 thick. So I'll have him build a wall there, and then immediately after build a wall here. Okay, so that's open. Now I need you to do that before anything else. Before anything else, Perkin. Before anything else. God. Okay. Oh nice, a Psychic Soothe. Yeah, it just got very cold in here. Relationship. What's going on? Okay. So this guy is apparently... Wow. How are you younger than your daughter? So yeah, he's Pearl's father, I guess, but Pearl is 48. I guess his true age, maybe he's been on ice for a while. Yeah, that sort of makes sense. Kind of. Anyways, they're just passing through. They're not going to visit us. Right? Yeah, I don't think they're stopping. I think they're just going straight through. Perkin, why is this not built yet? Jesus Christ. Oh great, and I can't prioritize now. Okay, I guess he's already working on it. He was just spreading the blocks around. Okay, then finish this. So we're indoors again. Granted, we did completely vent the base. Alright, so they finally run out of food, but they only have 1.5 days left. I think they'll be okay. They'll be very hungry and probably very upset when they arrive, but they'll live. And that's the important thing. Perkin, you're making this so painful. Oh, cool. Locke just broke Andre's resistance. So what was Andre going to do for us again? Probably crafting and research and building? Yeah, all that helps. It's all useful. I've mentioned this before, by the way, but his skills reminded me of it. Animals are not really a thing in this playthrough. People keep suggesting animals, and I mean, suggest all you want. There's no animals. Like, there's nothing. I can't tame them because there's none around. We don't get traders, at least not the kind that come visit. Or at least not very frequently. So unless somebody comes by with a particular animal that we want, there's no other way for us to obtain them. And we're completely reliant on RNG for that, because it's very rare that those kind of traders come, and then it depends what sort of animals they bring with them, because frequently they'll only bring 1 or 2 kinds. And there's really no animal other than a dog that would benefit us, because I don't have the ability to feed something like a cow, and it wouldn't be worth the effort. The only thing a cow would provide us with is milk, which is easily replaced by the aquaculture basins. It's not going to make us milk, but the fish is going to provide the same sort of nutrient component, so we can do that without, you know, having to worry about dedicating an entire area here to growing hay grass just for a cow. So again, it doesn't make sense to have that sort of animal. There's nothing for them to graze on, which is the only way they're really viable in RimWorld, is when you can just feed them by grazing. Can't do that here, so they would pretty much like require, yeah, probably a whole one of these to keep fed, and that is not something that we can afford. So a dog, we could just feed simple meals like any other, you know, character, and they would haul for us, which would be helpful. So a dog is the only thing I would consider at this point. But even that, we're never going to find a dog. So I'm not, you know, holding my breath for that. Okay, let's get that in. And there we go. Our components are down to 25, so I think I will wait until we get the other 18 before moving forward. We had 31, but we spent a considerable amount on this. That does remind me, though, that's another thing we could use for research is... Let's add this to the queue. We'll want that done as soon as possible to speed along our research even more so. Start compacted machinery. We already knew that was there. Maybe they couldn't see that one specifically. No, because it was on the other side. I don't know. These pawns sometimes. So I'll let them finish mining this, and once they're done, I will have them go ahead and mine this hallway. But I'd like them to get that little bit out of the way first, just so that we can kind of wrap up this section, at least for mining. Obviously, the builders will still have quite a bit of work to do, but they're their own team, you know? Okay, and that's the last one. So the miners have finished their job. Let's get the mining tool. We're gonna cut all the way through there. I'll go like 2 blocks in either direction, but we won't continue that way, just to help remind me what they're supposed to be doing. And then all of that needs to go. Okay, I'll let them finish that, and then I'll queue up this. And we need lights in here, don't we? Not just those, we need lights in the hallways. How far apart were these? Oh, it's going to make it real hard for me to measure, isn't it? I'll use something else, because without the blueprint, it's really hard to count. So, 7 in between those. 8 between those. So, I don't know how we're going to center this. 8 would line it up with the doorway. Well, sorry, 7 would line it up with the doorway. So if I put one on that chunk, it would be 8 between those. And if I did one there, how many between that and 7? Okay, that kind of works. It's sort of uniform. So we'll put a light there, we'll put a light there, we'll put a light there, and then we'll do the same in this hallway. I completely forgot to set up Jess's work tab here, so let's do that now. Doctoring, I'm going to put it 4. Maintaining that, don't want you doing that. That looks good there. Cooking, he seems to be helping out with cooking right now. Well, butchering. I'm okay with that. I don't mind him hunting, but there's nothing to hunt. Growing, he should probably help out there. Is that really all you can do? Let's set growing to 2. Cooking, I'll put at 3. Hunting, I'll put it at 2 because it's only really going to happen if I designate something to hunt, and that's going to be pretty rare. But just so somebody gets around to it, I think it's a good idea to have him on that. We'll need to get him a gun as well. Smithing and tailoring, I think we're going to have it at 3. And that should be a 2. I do want him to practice on that. Get better. But his main job is going to be growing, which is a temporary thing. You just, you know, harvest the crop, plant the new one, and then go about your business. Let's see. Schmidt, you have that big gun. We'll make you something else. I really wish we could make laser rifles right now. There's other things we can make. What is this? Why did somebody start a combat armor and not finish it? Because that would be kind of useful. Philly, what have you been up to? Let's see. It's not going to let me ask her to do that. Okay. Right, we've got a cold snap. Not that it matters, we're inside. Let's see, it's 1 degree outside, about 10 in the entryway, 15 in the rest of the base. We're going to want to try to get it warmer than that. I'd like to shoot for about 20. But we'll have to decide where more heaters make sense. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I like capping hallways with them like this. Just so they're not taking up space in rooms. Cazador is just now starting to starve. But they'll be okay. Let's see. Health, malnutrition trivial. So, yeah, they'll be fine. And that means that Grim hasn't even started on malnutrition at all yet. Granted, that will slow them down a bit. So that's really the main thing we need to look out for. Let's get these walls finished now that that hallway is getting dug out. Oh, we got a raid. Okay, what's it gonna be? Are they drop potting in? Okay, there's one here. That's a cool looking gun. There's one here with a knife. So they just kind of scattered about. Oh, one of them landed very close. Good to know. Well, we are out of time for the day, so we'll have to handle this in the next episode. This isn't going to do them a whole lot of favors, though. Being so spread out like this. Some of them have decent guns, but again, they're going to be hitting us in waves, sort of, so it's going to be hard for them to concentrate their fire. Like, this person's going to die first. This person will probably be second. The bolt-action rifle. This person is a little bit closer than them. That one's probably going to arrive at roughly the same time, and this one might as well. But yeah, kind of a weird raid that they've got going on here. And he's got a club, so I don't know what he's going to do with that club, but it's probably not going to be very effective for him. It's unfortunate we couldn't get this up in time. Probably could have if I obviously, you know, unforbid the stuff and stopped focusing on this so much. But it's not that big a deal. We'll set up here like we've been doing, and before the next raid we should have this done. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.